Okie dokie. Enough of that. Well, y'all know the drill at this point. Da 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 da! Look who it is! It's none other than the ceiling fan. It's a spectacular ceiling fan, I do say so myself. But enough of that. Enough of that. He's had enough of a cameo for today. It's me, Squidtard Sports, back at you with another Dynasty stream, episode 7. We're heading into season 3, and so far things are looking up for Tardaria University. Of course, we're defending our national title. We're about to go up against SEC competition as we moved to the SEC starting in year 3. There's a lot going for us this time. I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. So a few things before we get started. If you guys didn't see the announcement from earlier, I do have a lot of great things planned for this week. I've got 2 videos I'm going to upload about football and particularly coaches. Of course, the one tomorrow, the spoiler alert, this is about it's going to be about Troy Taylor, the good old Stanford coach, because guess what? He got canned recently. So I won't touch on that any further. You'll just have to watch the video tomorrow. And this is not including the Get Out videos, which there is going to be a Get Out video or 2, depending on what happens in this Final Four between Florida and Auburn, and then later on Duke versus Houston. Speaking of which, I want to give you guys an update on how this looks, because we're about to find out who's going to win this bracket challenge. So I'm going to show you guys the screen here, and this thing is as close as it can get, is all I'm going to really say. I've fallen out of the race as well as pretty much everybody else. It's practically down to 2 people, in my opinion. Some people disagree, but I really don't care. This is what it's coming down to. So this is what it's looking like right now. We have right on top with 110 points TJ and then a bunch of numbers. So whoever TJ is, he picked Houston to win it all against Florida. And then the guy right below him, Kyle, safe, he has Duke winning it all. So I really think whoever wins this cool and good hat, it's going to come down to whoever wins this game right here, Duke versus Houston. Whichever team wins that one is the person that's going to win this poll, or win the cool and good hat between TJ and Kyle. Jay West is right behind Kyle, but his bracket at this point is identical to Kyle's. So I think the fact that he's a point behind is just nothing's going to change. It's going to stay that way. So it's going to be between TJ and Kyle. Fishin picked Florida, so there's a possibility that he could jump them both, but it's extremely unlikely depending on how things go. So I guess we're going to see how it goes pending in due time, is all I can really say about that. But anyway, we got some Dynasty to play through. I cannot be on too late tonight. I've got stuff to take care of later on tonight, so I can't be on for much longer than maybe 2.5 hours. But I'm going to try and get through everything as much as I possibly can. First off, we have a super chat from Give Bushy APCR. Shout out to you, buddy. He says, UTC, UT Chattanooga, won the NIT tournament because UC Irvine missed the last second layup in overtime. Yeah, that's... The NIT suddenly became good once Georgia figured out how to get past it, huh? Funny how that works. But yeah, shout out to UT Chattanooga, fellow Tennessee school representing this state the right way by winning the NIT, going out there and winning the NIT. So shout out to UT Chattanooga. I got a milkshake from Chick-fil-A, by the way. Really, really good stuff. All right, then. Well, let's go ahead and get into this because I don't feel like we need to waste any more time frolicking and dilly-dallying around, if you catch my drift. Let's see. I'm also going to have the script open specifically for people who send super chats. So Give Bushy APCR, if you're still in here, buddy. You dropped a $5 super chat, so you can have 2 players added to our upcoming roster, our upcoming recruiting class. Let me show you guys the details on that. It looks a little something like this. Hold on. First off, bam. Here's where we left off last week. Tardaria Squidtards, number 3 in the nation right now, 2-0, and we took care of business the past few weeks. We've been doing pretty much what we've been doing to everybody. Liberty gave us a lot of trouble for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they gave us a hell of a lot of trouble. But we ended up beating them, And then we beat Georgia State by 3 touchdowns. So now we're getting into the SEC schedule. We got South Carolina coming to the Tangerina. And then we got number 1 Texas A&M doing the same thing. Number 1 Aggies will play them too. NC State coming to Tart area. Bowling Green. We don't leave Tart area. We don't leave the Tangerina until we got to go face Vandy in Nashville in the middle of October. So this is a favorable schedule in terms of home field advantage. But it does get rough after this because we've got Texas on the road.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow, indeed. Oh, wow, indeed. I cannot argue with that. That was really loud. That scared the hell out of me. I don't think I'll ever get over that. Let's see. Arter Wolf 2016. Appreciate the $1 super chat, buddy. Thank you a lot. Scott Crawford, thank you for the $9 or the $5 super chat. He says, "Hey, I made it. You get to choose who you want to name." Well, say no more, buddy. Say no more. That's all I can really say about that. This is probably pretty loud. I had to turn it up for something I did before. In case y'all don't know, this screen isn't just for streaming. I literally play it exactly like this whenever I'm just playing games on my own. I haven't had a lot of time to do so as of recently, but I've been doing what I can. Okay, but yeah, after Tennessee, we get Ole Miss and Bama at home, and then we face off against the Piggies on the road at the end of the season. So that's what we're looking at right now. Let me load up the live chat, make sure I've got that good and ready to go. All right then. Well, you guys know what our goals are. Obviously, we're gonna try and go back to back, win another title. The Heisman voters once again ain't gonna give us any sort of respect. Brandon Sorsby apparently is the top guy, the top front runner, followed by Noah Fafita, Jeremiah Smith, Dylan Raiola, and Jeremiah Love. So it doesn't look like they're going to give us any sort of respect at all. Maybe they will at some point in the future, but we've got a lot to prove, I guess. They still don't believe in us, but maybe we will once we start winning some conference games. You know what I mean? So we got South Carolina coming to the Tangerina. Just so y'all know, in the last 2 seasons, we played a few SEC teams. Undefeated, never lost to an SEC team. So we hope to keep that streak alive. And as you can tell, in terms of talent, we actually outclassed the Gamecocks by a significant margin. So in celebration of that, I think it's about time we bring out one of our alternate uniforms. Let's bring out the cool and good green for a cool and good stream, if you get what I'm saying. Let's check who's in the comments real quick. We got let's see, X525 Crossfire, Scott Crawford, Goob, a Weirdo Sports, Matt Dummett, don't call me Doom it, damn it, not Yo Man Connor, fellow channel member, Give Bushy APCR, Wolverine, also known as Lucas Sharp. Let's see, Corrupted Jacko Jax, Bradley Werrick, Arter Wolf 2016, T. Paulus. Yeah, we got a lot of people in here. So good to see you guys as always. Hopefully we're in for a great stream. You guys can see the stream. All right, and you get the idea. For everybody who sends super chats, the rules are right up there in the top right corner. Super chat for a player name to be added, and it just sort of depends on how much money you send. So if you send a $10 super chat, you'll get to name up to 3 players for our upcoming recruiting class. And then the recruits that we get for this class, I'm going to rename them before we actually see them on the field next season. So I think I've described it the best way that I could. It's about time to get into this. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Hopefully the audio is good. I'm going to try and keep it right around there. That should be good for today's stream. Right there. That'll work. Alright, well this is good. This is rare. Usually we're the ones receiving in the first half. Hopefully our SEC Dominance World Tour can continue. Because we've beaten, Mississippi State was the first team we've ever played. And we beat them. And then later on we played Vandy, beat them. And then we played LSU in the playoffs. And we struggled, but we did beat them. So we're 3-0 all time against the SEC, and right now I'm just kind of trying to go on the all SEC World Tour, beat up on every single SEC team. That's not a great start by our defense, but what's new? Let Brain Rot cook. I'll try. I'll try. If he can get on the field, we're going to try and do our best. Boom! Oh, shoot. Play action got me. Dang, Posty Malone, you're slow as hell. The dude's a tight end, and he was outpacing you. That should have went directly for the quarterback there. I ain't afraid of y'all. Older games let you create a stadium, which is crazy. Yeah, I hope in the new game, EA College Football 26, that they actually let you have the ability to do that. Because that would make things a whole lot better. Oh no. Boy, the defense is on one today, aren't they? I mean, we shouldn't be surprised. This is kind of what they do. But wow, I mean, even with my low expectations, I mean, they're blowing it real bad. Yep, and there we go. South Carolina touchdown right off the bat. Did they even take a minute to score? Wow. Yeah, it took them one minute to get down 91 yards. If you can't say that's not trademark defense right there, but that's not our specialty, as we all know. One thing I find that's really confusing is why is everybody we play, whenever we bring out the alts, why are they bringing out the color rush? The game thinks that we're wearing away uniforms. Lincoln Riley mode been activated. It's been activated since we started. We got the absolute man of legends himself, Mr. Tyler Heller, doing work for us as always.
Quarterback checking the play. Comes out throwing on first down. Release to the back. How about that?
A little inaccurate there. That wasn't exactly what I had planned. I don't know why KD's burner was on the field right there, but nonetheless, we're glad to have him at least bringing along some depth. 3rd and 5. Okay. Well, I feel like we ought to let... this is either going to be Harold Flower or Georgia State. Sort of depends on... Oh, yeah. Wide open. Georgia State. Let's go. Let's go. Play the victory music. Well, not the victory music, but play our scoring music. I mean, that was beautiful. We finally have a receiver that can actually blitz through people. Get downfield. Because that was our main problem. We didn't have guys fast enough that the deep threat became obsolete because we didn't have anybody fast enough to outrun corners. Looks like Georgia State at least became fast enough to do some of that. Now, can our defense do something, please? I would really appreciate that. That's a start. That's a start. Keeping him to 2 yards. Yes, Squirt Ward will be proud. We are missing him, that's for sure. Can't argue with that. Dadgum, dude. They got me with the play action again. Look at this guy. Oh, my gosh. Jack Ripper, bro. Terrible. Y'all are awful. Oh, my. Get out! So bad. Is this what it's going to be now? It's going to be a flat-out shootout because we had 4 guys around there, and they just surrounded him, and he still outran everybody. I think we're in for a shootout, fellas. I feel like that's the only way we're winning this one. Okay, that was not necessary. But I guess that's probably what he gets for what he did earlier. All right, Tentacles, this is on you. Taking a deep shot off the bat. Ah, no luck. There you go, brain rot. Having brain rot there on the sweep is really helpful. He's doing a great job in that position. I was originally going to move him, but I think we ought to let him have some more time with that. That one got boxed up pretty quick.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. That pass is in, complete.
Y'all could at least give me a nanosecond to throw the ball.
Fumble, it'll be 3rd down.
I couldn't even process what was happening before my ass was on the ground.
To convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll
This
try
should
to
be
throw.
money. And yes, it is. Mr. Brain Rot coming in clutch once again. Hey, Squidtard, any updates on Leroy Jenkins and Natsu Dregneel? Well, they're currently in the 3rd string, so we won't really see them playing much. But if they do get playing time, I'll give you a heads up and let you know.
He's got plenty for a first down.
It doesn't look like that'll happen soon, though, because South Carolina, for whatever reason, is just destroying this defense.
First down. Fires to the big fella. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been
Now,
done.
in fairness, we're doing the same thing to them, so I don't know. We'll see. I mean, you'd think they'd have to mess up at some point. You know what I'm saying?
They make the stop, give him
I mean, they'd have to screw up.
the 24.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
One thing we've gotten way better at is our run blocking. That is absolutely for sure. Because we have become really, really good at just playing inside. Well, I say that, and then immediately somebody completely whiffs on their block. I guess I should have just kept my mouth shut, huh? Can't even throw no more, dude. Bruce Storm on that one. All right, Brain Rot, this is on you, buddy. Good grief, I can't even get open. I mean, I can't find anybody open without getting immediately nailed. All right, we'll take the 3.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off.
Okay.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do.
Well,
Looks like he's
the
going to
defense is
fire
going to have to do something at some point. Otherwise, you're going to be playing from behind the rest of the game.
to that return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack. And
I spent the last 4 days after the Quint stream bleaching my soul. That was a fun stream.
stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
Oh my gosh. It's not even that. I mean, they're just absolutely this. You know what this feels like? This feels like the NC State game from the playoffs, to where the only way we're able to come back was off of 2 interceptions. That was it. Because right now we are just getting completely. Oh my gosh! I got trolled again. I mean, we are just getting completely deep fried right now. You think a defense that's 87 overall would be able to do a little bit better than this, but I guess I was wrong.
They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. He's gonna pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it.
I haven't gone full on pessimistic yet, but it is really looking bad because they're about to be up by 2 scores. Unless we can hold them to 3 here.
Want to pick up the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella.
That was huge. Huge. Great play right there by the defense. All right, what do we do here? What do we do here? Come on, D. Come on, y'all. I need y'all for this one.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air.
How does he catch that?
They've got it just outside.
There's no way.
Move the chains. It's at the
Is Nick Harbor still in college?
This defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime.
Oh, oh no, guys, this is really bad. I think we're about to lose. I mean, I don't really know what we're gonna do with the defense like this.
Back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first
I think they've already got, I think, 300 yards in 1 quarter. 300 yards in 1 quarter. I mean, I don't really know what we're supposed to do against that.
looking for some running room, but not
especially now that we're down 2 scores.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Trying to find his
Well,
man
this
on
helps.
down.
Bam. Now go. Speed blitz him. Speed blitz him. Let's go. Thank goodness for that. Insta score. Who is that? Number 0. I don't think I recognize you. This might be a newbie making his first touchdown catch. No, AJ Hayward. Okay. I didn't recognize him. I guess he switched. He didn't switch positions, but I guess he switched where he was on the field. Because I remember he was on the inside. I guess that changed. Glad he's coming in clutch, though.
And they tack on the
If we're only behind by this much, all we need is just one mistake. That's all we need. If our defense can force just even one mistake, who's going to be the Quandale Dingle that shows up? We've been waiting for a Quandale Dingle. Where is he at? All right, if I can get through here, I'm just going to immediately target the quarterback. All right, that'll work. Peak Tartarian defense. Never left.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
Oh, there it is. That might be it. Somebody recover, please.
Make something of it.
I guess not. Okay.
Or aggression or just a fortuitous
Whatever.
bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
It's 3rd and 10. Come on. This is our chance. This is our chance, boys. Come on.
Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Oh, wow. Hold on. Let me take your time, I guess. Where is Nina? I don't know Nina, but if you're talking about Nino Nakano, she's the 3rd string. Yeah, 3rd string. Behind, I keep forgetting his name, but yeah, probably see some playing time later on down the line. Okay then, we'll take it. Coaching malpractice at its finest right there. Thank you for that. Delay a game. I will gladly take those 5 yards. Now, I'm interested to see who's going to fumble here. Not like literally fumble. I mean like like straight up fumble this one. Because this should be us right here. But it's 3rd and 15. They're doing a screen. You can get there. Bam! All right, finally. Forced to stop. Now's our chance. Because that, I mean, not going to lie, that first quarter looked exactly like the NC State game. I mean, we couldn't do anything. And a nice little return by Tyler Heller right there. Let's let him do what he does best. We've got 2 minutes to work with here. There you go. See what I mean? Dude's a beast. But now that I know I can sort of destroy their secondary, I'm probably going to try and take more deep shots. Like right here. Yeah, not the one we were looking for. That was just kind of a desperation sort of, let's see what we can make out of nothing heave. Let's get back to our bread and butter real quick.
Able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Now they'll run it on the toss.
Uh-oh. Where's Tyler? Why is KD's burner in? Was that Bruce Storm? I guess it is. I wonder what he's doing back there. Oh my gosh. I was going to take Harold Flower, but of course I got wrecked before I could do anything. Where are we at on the field? The 48? It's 4th and 8. I can't take my chances. Our defense finally got a stop. I can't take my chances. This is a risky decision, but it's the only one I can do. Catch it. Boom! That's why I'm coach. Coach knows ball. That's all there is to it. Tyler with a nice 6 yards. They are aggressive, aren't they? He said it's Heller in time, and then he Hellered all over the place. Yeah, brain rot. Let's see if he can do something here again. Oh, nice. Physicality to its finest. Brain rot is having a great year, what it looks like. 50 yards already in the first half. Boom! All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. First and goal. Is Coach stupid? Is Coach stupid? We've got the best running back, and we don't have any run plays on first and goal. What's wrong with you?
And I feel like this guy too is just an explosive play.
You got some issues on that one.
Quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just
all right, here we go.
He's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
I'm gonna try and milk some clock while I'm at it.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards.
Because I don't want to give him any sort of chance to score.
Willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Boop.
He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He works his way all the way down.
All right, go back to normal.
Defense is reeling.
Third and goal. What are we down? We're down by 4, so if I don't get this, I'm going to go for it. Should be able to push us in. Brain rot, let's go. Tartary on top. He gave me a struggle, that's for sure. They gave me a big-time struggle. Her quarterback's 8 of 8 for 200-something yards. See what I mean? Ridiculous. Thank you for that roughing the kicker. We'll take the free 15 yards. Boop. Oh, still way too far back. All right, whatever. No biggie. This Florida-Auburn game tied up at 49 apiece. Uh-oh. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, no. No, you guys. What the fuck was that? You gotta be kidding me. Oh my goodness. I'm glad there's a whole nother half of football to be played, but are you serious? Ridiculous. This is terrible. Well, now we could really use a special teams play. Nope, guess not. Come on. I mean, like, is it really that bad to where we can't stop a single run play? And I thought we were going to be up at half. Guess not. This defense is so freaking terrible, dude. That's nice right there. We'll take the nice little punt return by Katie's burner. All right, we're doing this again. Let's see if maybe Georgia State can do something funny. No, he can't, but you know who can? AJ Hayward. He got it again. Let's go. You don't need to run the ball when you can do stuff like that. 150 yards for AJ Hayward. Off of 2 catches. We need more of that. This is about as much of a shootout as it can get. Oh, wow! Scott Crawford, appreciate the $2 super chat. He says, where is the clown music? Wait till we lose. Or somebody loses. That's specifically meant for losers.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown.
Yeah, this is quite literally a track meet.
Pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game.
Wow, that was just terrible. Wide open man on the flat, and he just overthrows him.
But obviously the result is an advantage.
This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and
4 receivers out, 3rd and 5. Come on, D. Play like you mean it. Boom! Let's go, finally! Mustard Mower. Who else but the man himself? Finally, we actually got a defensive stop. And now we have a chance to really, really make them pay for their sins. I would like some sort of special teams touchdown, and we haven't had one in, well, forever. We've never had a special teams touchdown. Oh, they've got everybody boxed up. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. They are going to regret that one. We will take all that yardage. Thank you very much.
You see so many offenses these days just throw swing routes to the running back. That's the extension of the run game. Well, that's the play. That's the extension of. It's the toss. And when he gets out,
Y'all got to give me some sort of time to throw the ball. I mean, this is the problem. You can't throw the ball. And I don't understand why our offensive line immediately crumbles off the bat, but theirs, they can hold up to a good 5 minutes before finally somebody gets to the quarterback. That was a huge run by Tyler right there. So just get in there. Boom. First down. Let's get ready to rumble. They got South Carolina's defense's ass as well. That or our offense is just really, really good. There you go, Brain Rot! Let's go! Give us another. Brain Rot is having a great year. He's having a great year. This might actually be the first time where we've actually had an elite passing game. I know our passing game has been great for getting us out of a sticky situation, but I think this will be the first time we actually can use the air ball to efficiency. That is, the only problem is our offensive line is just terrible at pass protection.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15.
All right, let's see what our defense can do now. It's already 38-28.
Just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
There we go. The fire is on our side now. Second and 10.
I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you scored here, and this game's still tight.
This is probably the best run game I've ever seen against. Well, actually, NC State I think had a better run game, but we're kind of struggling to stop the run. I'll say that much. Oh, come on. Somebody get him. There's two guys right there, and you miss them. Don't get Texas Tech'd. No guarantees. Beat you again on the outside run. I don't know what Squidception is doing there, but that is the dumbest thing I ever seen. I don't know why he keeps running around him instead of actually running at him. It's like they're scared to tackle. And then Squidception does that. Squidception, you're so dog shit. I can't wait till. Why couldn't it have been Squidception that graduated instead of Quandale Dingle? Who the hell is trying to get me to play a game while they know? That better not be one of you dumbasses in the chat. I hope not. I hope not. Arctic Phoenix 27, appreciate the $2 super chat. I don't imagine it was you who did that. He said, next season recruit Dmitry Petrovic at left guard. Well, don't mind if I do. I'll make sure to add him onto the list. I don't even know. Like, do we even care about throwing the ball when we got Tyler Heller? You know what I mean? Our offense is doing really, really good as always, but it's just always the defense with the problem. All is forgiven, Rocky, but I'm in the middle of a stream right now, so I cannot play. Georgia State should have this. Yes, he does. Can't quite get to the end zone, but he was able to make the catch, and we've got another big set of yards right there. We're just outright destroying him with the deep ball. Brainrot can't get there. I guess we'll leave it to Tyler then. We need Tyler to get a score up on the board for his Heisman campaign. Get in there. Let's go. There's another one. We'll continue to maintain a 10-point lead because while our defense is dog shit, theirs is probably worse. I cannot play you, Rocky. Sorry. Can you play versus the other real players in Dynasty? I'm not really sure what you mean by that. Do you mean, like, can you play against other, like, people in Dynasty? I mean, there's online Dynasty, but I'm not sure if that's what you're asking. I might be stupid. 2nd and 3. Oh, I know what you're doing. You ain't fooling me. You are not fooling me, son. Get down. Let's go. I kind of wish I cut in a little quicker there for the pick. Because now I'm worried about what they've got here on 3rd and 3. Ah! Can we like rely? Or that was our safety. Okay. I was gonna say, can we like rely on Squidception for like one thing ever in like the history of history? That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Whoever just made that play, thank you so much. Because that was beautiful. They're not gonna get the ball off. 2nd and 12. 4th quarter, up by 10.
These two quarterbacks have
After this, I gotta update the push-up counter. I completely forgot about that. Well, they are making it a challenge, I'll say that much. Here's 2nd and 12. It's a screen, and nobody's there. A TFL in this economy, it doesn't come often, I'll say that much. And it usually comes at mundane times because they wound up getting the first down anyway. Oh my goodness. Somebody, Jack Ripper, then it's Squidception. One of these two always finds a way to just die on coverage. Like, what do we do with them? Because they can't play man or zone. It's pretty much just sort of useless. Now go on and get you a wide open touchdown. Like so.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, South Carolina. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure.
I love it when the game intentionally makes you hit the kicker instead of making you cut inside and block the extra point. I really do love that.
They could lose this ball game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
This is ridiculous. I thought by now we'd be able to just sim through the rest of the game, but that's not the case. I sim one time and it's ball game because now we can't stop them. Oh boy, we lost our edge on the run game now because our offensive line's tired. We better get something under control faster, otherwise we're in big trouble. Oh boy, yep, we're about to lose. We are about to lose because now they forced us into a mistake. This is the only way I see it going our way. He's got to come down with this one, and he doesn't. I think it's over now. And they've got incredible field position to start. Yeah, I think we're cooked, boys. I think we're cooked, because the one time we needed to actually get down the field and score, we couldn't. So, and now they're about to pull out the infinite bullshit. Yep. The play number 1. I mean, Jack Ripper is such... I almost want to just kick him off the team after this point. I'm tired of watching him fumble around and be a jackass watching him just die instantly.
Got his man quickly.
The only way we can hold on to our lead here, which won't even be a lead, is if we somehow hold them to tie. That's it.
On second down, they'll take to the air. He's got his man.
I mean, they have just outplayed me in every single facet of this game on defense. Beat me in the pass, beat me in the run, beat me upside the middle, beat me on the deep ball. All of our DBs are full-on potato. They're breaking tackles. I mean, there's just nothing we can do. But the good news is we are going to have 2:38 left to do something. I could have cut in and got that pick, man. Again! Why does he keep doing that? And that would have been huge because then we could have kicked a field goal to tie it. It forced me to tackle the freaking kicker. The game is decided I have won too much. Because this is insanity. Our defense is incapable of stopping a nosebleed. Well, we've got Tyler to work with, so, and a shitty Harold Flower block, which puts us behind. Are they blitzing? Yes, they are. This might work out in our favor. Catch it. I was going to try and shoot the deep ball, but I really just wanted to play it safe. I didn't know what they had planned. Although, right here, we've got some stuff to work with, and they've got one safety. Oh, 2-minute warning. Shoot. Oh well. Oh, wow! Oh, Tyler Heller has a lane. Tyler Heller gets a huge block up front, and he's in for about a 30-yard gain. Arctic Phoenix 27, appreciate the $2 super chat. He says, next season recruit Gray Fullbuster at corner. Nice name. All right, we'll work with that. All right, now I'm gonna go to chew clock, and we're gonna chew out the rest of this clock because the only way to ensure a lead at this point is to make sure that they have no time left to score. That's all right. That is fine. All right, we're gonna leave it back to Tyler. Give me a block up front. That'll work. That'll work because now we've only got 4 yards to go. All right, I'm taking a timeout. I just really wanted to work down that clock. We're running it back. This is our go-to play for getting us out of a sticky situation. I believe in Tyler. Never mind. That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, and now we're in fourth down. This is the only thing I've got for a situation like this. We have to rely on our defense or our offensive line to hold here. Here we go. Once again, they couldn't hold. And that's ball game. And we have officially lost to an SEC team. Obviously, we need to reset our expectations. Our goals of national title hopes are probably gone at this point. Not because I don't think we can win. We can win out and still make it, but we're not. With as shitty as a defense like this, it's just not happening. It's just not. That's a shame. I'm not even mad as much I am more disappointed. In my honest opinion, I really do think there was some sort of rubber banding that had something to do with this. When the game decides that you have too much, and it's like, okay, we just got to make it bullshit mode. to where they can do literally no wrong at all, and they just beat you in every single facet, and that's what that was right there. 79 overall offense, but for whatever reason, we could not stop them, like, once. I think there's a secret hidden difficulty that happens when the game realizes you won too much, which is just called unfair mode, to where they become indestructible, unbeatable gods. And that's exactly what that was, in my opinion. So, what can you do? What can you do? The defense is a complete mess. Yeah. Leif Opstad, appreciate the $5 super chat. He says, bro sold that final drive so hard we thought you were Matt Eberflus. Well, it's not like I was in a position where I just milked out the clock too much. It was a failure up front on blocking. I couldn't do anything about that. Record-breaking performance by Heller, by the way. Tyler Heller had his record-breaking. How many? I don't even know. How many yards did he have? Look at that. South Carolina, 550 yards of offense. Just pathetic, man. Some dumbass named Dante Reno, whoever that is, not even Lenore Sellers, just some random jackass just put up 400-something yards. Yeah, Tyler Heller had 187 yards. Wow. That's bad. That's bad right there. Really, really bad, boys. And if we get some more shit like that, I might just call it in stream, because that was awful.
Oh, wow!
I appreciate the $2 super chat. He says, let's get some clown music. I don't even know if I want to do that, man. How far do we fall? Good grief. We fell down to number 16. And now we got to face the number 1 team in the nation. We get him at home, thankfully, but we got to face the number 1 team in the country. Unbelievable, man. Hey, look at this. The Heisman voters are at least respecting us now. Tyler Heller is in the running. Tyler Heller's finally in the running for the Heisman. That's got to count for something. 26. How much is that? That bumps us up to 56. And then puts this up to, I believe, I'm trying to do the quick maths in my head. It's just up to 45, I believe. All right, that'll work. Yeah, good. Marcel Reed's in the front for the Heisman. That'll change after this week, though, because I've got a feeling our team can get this back together. I do. I have a feeling we can get it back together. But I'm tired of this. Something obviously has to change, and I want to change it now. Because this is getting annoying really fast. Florida's got the lead. They just put up a dunk on Auburn, 59 to 57. All right, I think we're going to change our defensive scheme. 4-3 multiple. That's what we're running from now on. All right, let's get things back under control. Our SEC streak might be lost, but it was bound to happen eventually. Now we're going to have to score at least 70 points in order to win this game. I've known that for a while, but we're going to have to score at least 70 points. If we score anything less, we lose. I know that for a fact.
welcome to our game of the week. Finally, it's here. The focus of the
We get him under the lights though. I'm sure College Game Day headed to Tardaria for this one, so you already know the hype is real. The hype is real, Tardaria. Let's get this. Let's get our season back on the road. Let's get our season back under control. Because that was the worst performance I've ever seen in history. We can get this thing undergoing. At least from our defense. Our offense dominated. Our offense did what they always do, and they went out and outright dominated. Our defense, it really just makes me want to sim our defense from now on, but I know I can't do that. That would be cheating. All right. Georgia State might have something to work with here. Yes, he does. Beat his man off the bat immediately. Go, Georgia State. Let's go. Can he make it? No, not quite. But he got 62 yards out of that, and we found ourselves in prime field position to score. We need more of that. Rocky, I hate to be the crusher of dreams for you, buddy, but it's just not happening. I'm too busy to play anybody right now. Tyler, get there. Oh, dadgummit, dude. What do we do here? All right, we're going to send it up the middle. I think Tyler can do it. I think Tyler can pull it off. Oh, he can't. All right. Well, it's 2 yards. So I'm not going to run it back, but I am going to send it on the outside. I think Tyler can pull this one out. Come on, buddy. He got it. Yes, he did. Let's go. All right. Great start. Took us 4 attempts, but we got it. And Tardaria's up 7-0 on the number one rated Aggies. If we win this game, our season's back in control. But it's very important. Also, one thing to reconsider is the fact that we can lose more than one game and we're still fine in the running for the playoffs. We probably won't make the conference title at that point, but like we'll be in a much better position than if we were still in the Sun Belt. In the Sun Belt, you lose more than one game and you can pretty much count yourselves out of anything. Oh my gosh, Jack Ripper is freaking terrible. Boy, I mean, we are just getting completely cooked every single time. Oh, I almost had him. All right, at least Posty Malone made the tackle. We're gonna have to put massive pressure on him if we want to actually do anything. It still won't count for anything because this defense is just absolutely abysmal, but maybe, you know what I mean? Just maybe. There it goes again. Extra point. And every time I try and control that guy, I try to cut inside so I can just block it, but it sends me directly after the kicker. It's like it was designed to make sure that they take the penalty. Well, no return here. Not that Jack Ripper was getting ready to do anything with his slow ass. All right. Tyler, back on you, buddy. You got this. Ooh, what a spin move. Great job. Whoa. That was weird. But it paid out for a good 4 yards, I'd suppose. I'm gonna keep this going until they stop it. And that's as close as they're probably ever gonna get to stopping it. I don't know why it's showing the kicker. Bruce Storm's a freshman. He ain't hitting from 70 yards out. What's wrong with y'all? They got KD's burner in now. Lucas Sharp almost saved us in the last game, but of course I got hit before I could do anything with him. Like there. Like right there. I mean, I guess I just can't do that anymore because every time I try it, I just immediately get sacked. There's a nice, another nice run right there by Tyler.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Some hard running.
Good spin move right there by Brainrot. Saved that play because that probably would have been a loss if he didn't do anything like that. All right, this might be Georgia State right here. Yes, it is. I had a feeling. I had a feeling. Let's go, Georgia State. Touchdown, Tart area. Just stay one step ahead of them, and you're good. That's the philosophy we've got to use in this situation. Just stay one step ahead. Uh-oh. All right, great job. Great job wrapping him up. Our philosophy at this point on defense is just try and get as much pressure as possible. I'm glad I didn't force a flag right there. Man, even when we're forcing like 8 guys on his throat, he's still able to get a throw off. If that were my offensive line, they would have vanished off the face of the earth instantly.
That can open up for other things later on.
The junior able to bring him down quickly.
With the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about integrity.
3rd down and 2. I wonder if they're going to try and press the box here, or if it's going to be something else. Yep, outside run. Should have seen that coming. It wouldn't have mattered anyway. They had 1 million ways to convert that. And 1,000,002 ways to make this defense look like ass. Damn, Marcel Reed's super fast. I don't know why they don't use that more often. If he's that fast, he can pretty much use him as a glorified running back. Nice. Great play, Squidception. Finally did something this year. Alright, then 3rd down and 5. I would love a stop. And it was probably asking for too much, but... Oh! Woo! Let's go! Finally, the pass rush. Leon Winfield III. Let's go! Alright, now we're in business. If we get a 2-score lead on these guys, I feel extremely confident about the rest of this game. We did. Did you not see the LSU game? That doesn't count because Brian Kelly against quarterbacks that run the football, it's like shoving a cactus up your ass. It's like you just can't. All day, all kinds of yardage. Supposed to slide there, but I'm glad he held on to the football at least. Let's go, Squidward. We'll take it. We'll take it. Plus, it doesn't help when your best running back gets injured midway through the season. Yeah, that wouldn't help. Why did the clock still run? We went out of bounds. What's up, OSU prods? I'm gonna take a chance here, try and burn him deep. We got one safety back. No, I was gonna try and run out. I should have just thrown it to Heller. I should have just thrown it to Tyler Heller right there. That's all right. I've got a feeling that Harold Flower can make something happen here. Yes, he can. There you go, Harold.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32. A new set of downs after that completion.
Here we go. Do a toss.
outside.
He might have the outside, and he does for at least a first down.
He goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
64-63 in this Final Four game. It's really coming down to the wire.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Caught quickly.
I figured since I didn't have a lot of time to throw, I might as well just toss it.
With the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice game.
On the handout, they'll test the
Well, then no good blocking there. Good grief.
short pickup.
Couldn't even gain a yard.
Offense needing to keep this drive alive.
We were up by 10 against South Carolina when we saw how that panned out, but I guess we don't have a choice now. Good job blocking up front, guys. Really appreciate it.
Well, setting the edge a lot of times.
Okay, well, what can you do? What can you do? Not a whole lot, I suppose. Please hit that. Okay, good, he got it. All right. 17-7.
Not able to do that. You're not able to turn the corner and make a big play.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25.
We just gotta keep it going.
A&M offense back on the field. The last drive they came up empty.
Interesting formation we've got here. Let's see how this pans out.
Using his legs.
Panned out pretty damn well from the looks of it. Wow.
3 yards there.
We wrecked him right there.
The first down loss. It's 2nd and long to the 22. Here's the snap.
Uh-oh.
Quarterback looking to
Oh my gosh, again, dude! Why, Crackerback? God, you suck!
They attack the deep middle of this defense. Could come up with a big
I'm hurt after that one. We had him, man. We had him all but wrapped up.
Middle of the field and working against those safeties, and a big play is the result.
on 1st down. It's play action.
All right, great start to that one.
Oh, wow!
Scott Crawford, thank you for the $5 super chat. He says, "Don't jinx it, Squid. You could get South Carolina." I'm banking on that not being the case. We'll see. But that was a beautiful sack to start out. Now it's 2nd and 17.
Sack. Second
Switching to Dingus here.
back to throw. It's Reed. Delivers from the pocket complete
All right.
over the middle. And
They get half of their yards back. Now it's 3rd and 8.
gain, but still well short of the mark.
Come on, boys.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now.
Yep.
He'll avoid
Had a feeling he was going to take off. Nobody was there to guard him. If we had somebody set on a spy, I'm sure he would have found a wide open man for the first down regardless. So it really just doesn't feel like there's anything that you can do.
Avoid the big hit.
caught behind the line. It's Green.
Nope, it's okay, fatty. Make sure you get him another day. Oh, and he of course gets scores. All right, great.
This quarterback on fire today.
Is it Tardaria University or University of Tardaria? It's whatever you want it to be.
Hey, that time.
This tight end is so dangerous. He's trying to remind his quarterback, hey guys, don't forget about me. Receivers are getting most of the attention.
Well,
from the
now
secondary.
I'm going to try and score off the bat. I want to play as aggressive as possible here.
Returner from inside the 10-yard line. He's tackled at the 20.
We've got enough time to where I think we can get this ball back if we score quick.
Beginning the drive
And I've got a feeling Georgia State can put us in that position if he gets free.
on 1st and 10. They'll look
No, but we might have AJ Hayward. Okay, Squidward tentacles. Oh, underthrows by a freaking mile.
finally able to take him down, but that's it.
That was all Squidward right there.
Chris, if you
Pathetic, Squidward.
ball, that means it's got to be on a line. Here,
That was
it's
awful.
way up in the air and allows the defender to come over and make a play on the ball. Great job by the defense.
Oh, you got it. You.
In there to break the pass up. Here's the
Who did we lose to? We lost to South Carolina. They put up like 800 yards on us. Our defense going to stop a nosebleed.
After the incompletion on 1st down, looking to throw it again. Looking to set up
Well,
a screen pass here.
there is a flag.
They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about.
And of course, it's roughing the passer, even though he was throwing it as we were getting him down. But okay.
That's just
Thanks, ref ball. Thank you for that.
obvious roughing the passer.
Go ahead and gift them the win while you're at it.
10. To throw, it's Reed. Running back grabs it on a screen. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
And the defense is getting
This is an
pressure.
outright
They're
disaster.
a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive
This has
play.
turned into an outright disaster. We had a 10-point lead on these guys, and now we're losing.
Touchdown, Aggies.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside.
21-17, down by 4. Exact same position we were down by in the South Carolina game. Exact same position.
From near the goal line.
I mean, this is an outright complete disaster.
So the first play of the drive here coming up, less than 2 minutes left on the clock. Here comes a first down pass attempt. A little bit too much air on that.
This team. Okay, obviously we need some adjustments for our expectations, because this team, even Tyler Heller can't get anything going, man. I mean, this is an outright disaster. This entire team just failed at everything. Harold Flower at least does something. We'll let him do something again.
That's a good job here, staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time. The big
I've got an
play
idea.
bring up a
This
second
worked at some point. We can probably make this work.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Here's a shot toward the right sideline.
Not right there, though. We've had situations where that's worked out in our favor, but that wasn't it. That wasn't it. They played their safeties up pretty well. Oh my gosh, what are you doing, 71, you fat...
Behind the line, a loss of 4. Looks like a
We're gonna lose it right there.
the last play.
We have to be up, man.
They've already converted once on fourth down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. It's incomplete. He was hit.
Had a man as always,
Great
but
defensive play on fourth
yeah,
down.
this...
First down here for this
I guess different leagues, huh? Different leagues.
Scanning the field. It's Reed.
Gonna be a down year for Tart area, it looks like.
The first down yards before they finally bring him down. A new set of downs.
Our offense just isn't swinging that well. Our defense is absolutely atrocious.
Looking to throw the football. Snags the quick throw.
I mean, this defense isn't stopping them. I had to go for it there. They weren't stopping them.
quarterback. Got the ball out to his receiver. His guy eats up some yards. They stay ahead of the sticks.
Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball.
Third down.
Well, this quarterback's having one of those games you just dream about. A lot of yards and a lot of touchdown passes.
Come on, get loud.
He had open
Get
receivers
loud in the
again for another big
Tangerina.
play. The defense finally got pressure on him. Or I think
No.
even potentially another touchdown.
They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time. Texas A&M
Bigger
brings
fall off than
seven
Florida
first
State?
on
No.
second down.
We've already reached the 2-win quota that Florida State had.
Back,
It's not that bad,
caught near the goal line.
but it's not going to get much better than that from the looks of it.
Of the goal line.
We're not making a bowl game with this shit ass defense. Just being honest, NC State's going to destroy us next week.
On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. Touchdown.
Pathetic.
Still no answer for this offensive machine.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability.
Yeah, I ain't enjoying this one bit. I mean, I'm sure you already knew that, but this is awful.
So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break.
Ain't much Tyler can do, and none of the fat asses that block for him can actually do anything. Ain't nothing they can do about that.
Efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field.
That's it. I mean, that's... Wow, okay. Thank you, A.J. Hayward. Okay, we're right back in it. Boy, we desperately needed that one. All right, now I want to cut this within 2. Of course. Georgia State's dumbass is just completely inept at blocking, so naturally, there's nobody there to do anything for him.
They'll take a knee in the
I mean,
final
that was
play at
terrible.
halftime with the lead.
I mean, that was terrible. I'm not sure what in the hell that was. What kind of blocking attempt that was by Georgia State, but I guess I just ought to be happy that we're only down by 1 score. Who knows if that'll change? It probably will change because now they have ball.
Begin the drive at the 25. And here comes the Aggies offense back on the field. And a chance right away here in the second half to
Time to go back to the Sun Belt.
momentum. Let's see what this defense can do about it.
Even then, we couldn't stop shit. Think about that for a second. We came here. We came here. We came to the SEC from the Sun Belt. Even when back in the Sun Belt, we couldn't. I mean, we couldn't stop anybody. Anybody. I don't think there was one team that had less than 200 yards passing on us. I think we have yet to have a team that's thrown for less than 200.
Now they run the draw play.
It doesn't help when nobody can. I mean, just nobody can do anything.
36, that's good enough to move the sticks. Well, this offense continues to roll. We wondered, would this defense come up with some answers at halftime? Not on that play.
Now they've tried to make every adjustment.
Yep,
they
of
can.
course he does. Of course he finds a wide open man.
The way they're able to keep this ball
You send 9 people and not one of them can get to him.
gaining more confidence really as this game goes on.
You guys don't get it. I have to do it like this, because if I don't play it like this, then there's no opportunity for me to even get the ball back without them scoring. If I play zone, they're going to find somebody wide open. If I play man, they're going to find somebody wide open. It's all just pointless. And it really just makes me want to start simming defense. Because now that we don't have Quandale Dingle anymore, this is all they're doing, is just going down the field effortlessly and scoring every single time.
They're going to run it here. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker.
It basically turns almost every offense we play into a virtually unbeatable monstrosity.
All year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen.
There's a flag. Certainly hope that's not on us. But there's nobody on him because we don't pass rush. Never mind, I guess there was. Who was on him? Who roughed the passer? I didn't see him on him. I guess he did finally get to him. Way to go, the one time he actually does finally hit him. Yep. Thank you, Ghetto Smosh. Thank you for that. The one time we finally were able to get a stop and Ghetto Smosh comes in clutch to make sure that we don't. We're not holding him to a field goal. We're not. Of course not. This is the worst. This is awful. This is awful. I've got about 5 more minutes of this and then I'm done. Actually blocked the extra point that time. Whoop-de-doo. Whoop-de-doo.
Here in the second half with the football, the last thing you want to do is turn it over and they put the ball on the ground and now give your opponent a chance to get right back in this game.
They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there.
Boy, I have no idea how we're going to get back into this one. I just don't. We can score as many times as possible, and it's just not going to matter, because every time I score, they score right back.
Tackle made after a solid game. They'll spot the ball at the 31. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Quarterback drops back.
And then every time I find somebody open, guess who doesn't block? Our stupid-ass offensive line.
Trying to find a way to get back into this game and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Game moves the ball out past the 25-yard
And Tyler can't do anything. He's wear and tear. He's almost completely red, so...
Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. Football comes out.
Fumbles the... Okay. I've had it.
There's the fumble.
I've had it. I'm done after this. I can't take it anymore. I'm done after this. Legitimately. This is stupid.
Now run it here.
The game is arbitrarily decided when it's time for me to lose a couple of games. So naturally it's doing everything in its power to just screw you over.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. That one falls incomplete, looking for a flag, doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd pick up the first on the ground. Fights through the tackler. Tackle made at the 26, good enough for a first down. The Aggies come to the line to start a fresh set of downs.
Yikes, this is bad. This is really bad.
Makes a quick catch.
Oh my gosh.
Tackle
Fucking,
made after a
like
nice
what? Like what's there left to do?
that last catch, Kirk.
I don't think I've done anything
Let's start checking the record.
that can help this situation.
It doesn't matter what the defensive coordinator calls, whether they play man, whether they play zone.
I mean, it's you can tell the game has clearly decided it is time. Your time is up. You do not have a team capable of doing shit anymore. So you know what? You know what? This is what you get. This is exactly what you get.
Launching one to the end zone.
Of course.
Touchdown, Aggies.
Whoop-de-doo.
Not be stopped.
Yeah, well, I should have expected that. Shit-ass defense is about as useful as a sandpaper condom, so naturally this is exactly the end game result.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. First down, looking to throw the ball.
Oh, wow!
Can't even catch. Scott Crawford, appreciate the $2 super chat. He says, "We'll have a good night, Squid." Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Toss play, back heads to his right.
Oh my. Okay. What is this? What is this, man?
How about the defensive speed there and team pursuit?
I mean, you can't do anything.
Middle of the field and show their team speed to be able to eliminate this play.
We got to go for it, obviously.
Brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
Breaking free at the 35.
Appreciate the effort, Tyler, but oh my gosh, Tyler's hurt. That's the last thing we need, bro. Tyler is injured, so I don't know what we're gonna do at this point.
Looking to throw it on first down. Defense is coming after him. He's hit as he throws it. That's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. And here comes a deep shot. Intercepted, picked off by the defense.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into
What did it say? Oh no. Oh my gosh. We just lost Tyler Heller for the entire season. We just lost. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Sim to next season.
Trying to convert here on 3rd down. Can he get there on the ground? Fighting for yardage, but the defense stops him.
I think we moved to the SEC too soon, boys. We're going to be without Tyler for the rest of the year.
Away for the 2nd time. Now it's a high kick. He hit it straight up.
I mean, I really don't know what we're going to do now.
Going to begin the drive here, set up at the 30. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Hit as he released it.
That can't, there's nothing to do anymore, man. This is impossible.
2nd down play off the incompletion. And he lofts
Yep.
one deep over the middle. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. They come to the line a long way
This
to
is
go on
terrible.
first down, but needing this crucial
Chris, I'm really
my
surprised by the way
gosh.
this game has turned
This
out.
ain't even funny anymore, dog. This is just depressing.
Preparing a plan to get ready for one of the top quarterbacks in the country. They've kept him.
Looking to make a big play downfield. And it's broken
Well,
up.
that's that.
Layup.
I'm done. I'm not gonna quit like a pansy ass. That would be pretty babyish of me. So we'll just call it a night from here. That's as bad as bad of a loss as we're ever gonna take.
Urgency for this team to get
I
things
mean,
fixed quickly.
what a shit show that was.
This program moving in the right direction.
Our expectations are gonna have to be reset for this year. I don't think we're winning another game the way things look. So that's that.
Oh,
SEC.
wow!
Different leagues, I suppose. We got to have a soundbite for that in the future. Boy, that hurts. I mean, that was terrible. From start to finish, that was absolutely terrible. Are we still even going to be ranked after this season? I don't know. We're falling down all the way to number 23. Yeah, and Tyler's fell off the Heisman list. Even if he was on there, he won't be on there for any longer next year. Or he won't be on there until next year is what I'm saying. Because, well, this team is terrible. That's why. This team is awful. I want to see, is there a way I can, there's something I really, really want to see. I guess it won't show me. Team stats. This might be it. Well, we're ranked second in offense. That's got to be good for something. In defense, oh god. Let's see where we're at here. Yep. Last in the conference. We all knew that was the case. Are we last in the country? That also might be true. Boy, this is going to be a long time to scroll down. I don't think we're last in the country, but we got to be pretty close. Yeah, that was bad. That reminds me of the days when I first got this game. Unbelievable. We're third to last. The only two teams that have worse defenses than we do are Army and Washington. That's it. Whew, what a mess. What a damn mess. Boy, well, we were gonna have to reset our expectations. I know that for a fact. Yeah, that was terrible. Well, I'm out of here. I'm done. I can't take no more of that. That was one of the worst streams I've ever had. Nothing apart to anything you guys have done. You guys have been great. I love you guys. I do want to make that clear. I do love you guys. You all are great people. What do we got? 35. So add 9 more to the count. I'll make sure to do all of these on the championship stream. I'll be streaming for the national championship on Monday, so you guys stay tuned for that. Vol-Star podcast will likely be tomorrow. I thought about scheduling it till Tuesday, but we've got Tartaria Tuesdays there, so I think we're gonna shoot for doing it tomorrow. So that's what's gonna be the case there. Real quick before I do skedaddle, I do want to we've hit the gritty calendar, so I'll go ahead and Do as advertised, despite the fact that there's nothing to hit the gritty for. I said right foot creep. Worst defense in the country, and they suck. We have a shitty team that was not prepared for moving to the SEC. Lane Kiffin was right. Lane Kiffin was correct about me. And Florida just beat Auburn, so the Gators are moving on to the national championship game. At this point, I'm just kind of suffering in pure strain agony. I'm about. Screw it. I'm gonna go get a damn Seagram. I don't even think we have any more Seagrams, damn it. All right, guys. Well, that's that, I suppose. I'll see you guys tomorrow with us, the Volstar podcast. Love you guys. You're all great people. Stay tuned for tomorrow. And also, to be honest, I will tell you, I needed a little bit more time to finish up this video, so that's partly why I'm leaving so early. I'd only planned to play like 1 or 2 games tonight anyway, but I did want to get on here and play a few games for you guys tonight. Just so happens that this turned out to be one of the very worst nights of Dynasty that I've done. So, ain't much more you can do about that. Just a game at the end of the day. All right, well, I'm gonna go add to the cycle of pain.